guys, welcome back to the Hot Tea channel where we're spilled tea left, right, and everywhere in between. Today's voiceover is brought to you by one of the video editors once again. Ray is traveling, so you're gonna be listening to my lovely voice. Today we have a one-topic video. We're talking about Shane Dawson finally making his comeback to YouTube. It's official now, and there's a lot to unpack here, so buckle up. But before we get into all of the tea, let me plug the Hot Tea Twitter account where you can keep up with any updates as well as send the stories you want us to cover. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you know when we post. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down anything you want to comment. Okay, let's get into the tea. Okay, we gotta talk about Shane Dawson's official comeback. He posted a video on his channel, no, not on Ryland's podcast or vlogs, but on his own channel. This video is called The Haunting of Shane Dawson and is part 1 of a 3-part series. He even posted on Instagram about it, saying he's never been more nervous about anything in his life. And just FYI, this is a neutral summary of what's going on. We're not taking any sides. So don't come for me, thank you. As we know, Shane got cancelled big time last year. Since then, he's been pretty much off social media. He has not been on the internet. Well, sort of. The only platform he's been using sort of actively since his cancellation was Instagram, and he came back to it relatively quickly, only a few months after Dramageddon 3. Shane became more active as time progressed, and he even promoted merch while still having his social media break multiple times. He's dipped his toes a few times on Ryland's vlogs and on his podcast The Sip. At first, just throwing a few comments in the background, then actually being on camera for 2 episodes. One of them was about a week ago, so you can check the summary on that for more details. Besides popping in Ryland's content, Shane said that in the last few weeks, he wants to come back, but he hasn't come up with anything, and he's waiting for inspiration to hit him.
Yes, but I just want to say, I'm just so happy. Like, I'm editing, I'm up at 2 in the morning, working on stuff, and just like, I love it so much. I'm just so happy. I'm doing good. I'm happy. I'm in a really good place. And I'm really excited about life.
However, the video he posted seems a bit more thought out, so I don't know about that. Now that Shane is back, the feedback is really positive. It seems like people have forgiven him for his problematic past or what was brought up, or maybe some have even forgotten about it. The video starts off with "I've missed you guys" and a quote that says, "The horrors of retirement. These are scarier than any horror movie I can dream up." It's interesting that Shane saw his break as a possible retirement. He spends the first half of the video addressing his break and his return. He even jokingly said in the beginning that he didn't learn anything while he was gone, but then says he learned a lot about himself.
I learned piano during my break. Kidding, I didn't learn anything. No, I learned a lot about myself. Oof.
Shane then proceeds to make more jokes about being sorry. He made mistakes and he tells the viewers to forgive quickly.
We say I'm sorry. Yes, we do. Don't worry, I'll get to that.
Oh gosh.
We make mistakes. Yes, we do. I'll get to that. We forgive quickly. How about you get to that?
He makes it known that he does not care about what people think of him, and then he explains what's been going on in recent days with him and Ryland, why they moved, and what has he been up to. Shane explained that he wanted a place where he can get more creative and that he had plans on what to do.
I don't know if I'm ever going to post this. I don't quite know what I'm doing, but I know that currently I'm in a place where I really want to get creative again. I really want to make stuff again. I'm tired of just sitting around and waiting for some crazy idea to hit me. That was too hard. Because, I don't know, I feel like if I don't just start trying something, nothing's gonna happen, right?
He also shared that the last year has been really intense, though he didn't want to just come back without addressing everything. He himself said that he was shocked and horrified with some of the old content that resurfaced, although he didn't specifically mention some of the things that he was exposed and cancelled for. This could be taken as a way to hide him, so I don't know about that. But it could be looked as a way to move forward, so what do you guys think on this?
I don't know how to talk about this because I have had such a intense last year and a half, and I'm doing really good, and I'm really happy and just excited about life. So, but I do feel like I have to talk about some stuff. It's weird. I don't know. It's like I definitely feel ashamed and embarrassed and horrified over a lot of the stuff that started in old clips and stuff that started coming out when I got canceled, and then all of that. Awful. Then it snowballed, and I don't want to, like, it's weird, because if I talk about it, how I really feel, people are going to say, oh, you're trying to get sympathy or whatever, so I don't want to talk about it.
Shane continued by saying that he wants to focus on making horror movies. He previously said in the SIP episode we covered that he has written 2 movies already and he wants to start working on one of them this year. He talked about Colorado, where he moved recently, and that it's a pretty scary and spooky place, and he's excited about it. Throughout the whole video, he jokes about the cancellation a lot. He said that there's no way not to joke because at this point, it's just the way it is.
I've had a year. Sorry, it's hard. I can't not laugh about it. You know what I mean? Like at this point.
He mentioned that he discussed the whole cancellation with his therapist. Then he goes on to say that he is disconnected from his 20-year-old self. Shane said that he can't pretend that this person never existed because it got him where he is now, but he feels sad and disgusted with that old part of himself. Shane then added that before last year and getting cancelled, he thought that he had grown a lot from his previous self. He didn't make those offensive skits anymore, and he thought that he learned a lot prior to everything that happened last year. He finished that by saying he cannot control how people perceive him and how others think of him.
I'm very, very, very disconnected from the person that I was in my early 20s. To a point where when I see that person, it makes me feel really sad and sick to my stomach. But some things I've learned over the last year and a half is I can't just pretend like that person didn't exist. So I've really come to peace with that.
It's surprising to see him actually address things, although he kind of brushed off the reasons why people started digging up his past and how, you know, all the cancellation happened. We've made a few videos on Shane and Jeffree and Tati and all of the consequences that have been since Dramageddon 3. You can check them out for more details. But one of the main reasons why Shane got in trouble last year was the fact that he was working really close with Jeffree Star. And as you guys know, Jeffree has been cancelled a few times himself. He's not really liked, and he is a very controversial figure. The friendship was questioned because people didn't know why Shane was associated with Jeffree so much and they didn't want him to. But then Jeffree went to the Mom's Basement podcast. He said that Tati cancelled James Charles, it wasn't him and Shane at all. And then a few people came out with their stories about Shane and Jeffree allegedly conspiring against James in 2019. And once people were suspicious enough, they started digging and saw not only his offensive skits and alt content from his early days on YouTube, but so much more. People found out about how he behaved while working on his movie, found out stuff from his podcast, inappropriate behavior with fans, and some YouTubers like Tanemojo and Trevi Moran, exploiting people's stories like Eugenia Cooney. Oh, and not to mention his reaction to Tati's video Breaking My Silence. It was a lot. A lot more than just his old skits. People's opinion on him changed from Shane is the grandpa of YouTube, he's so funny, he's such a good person, he needs to be on Netflix, to oh my god, who is this? Shane is the villain, and so on. Things escalated from 0 to 100 real quick. Shane said he was very happy that the cancellation happened to a certain extent because he was able to focus on what he loves doing, find what is important to him, and in his words, he learned a lot that he doesn't have to be online all the time.
And I think part of me was upset because I was like, I made so much growth and now I'm being canceled over things from the past. And that's not me anymore. But that forced me to really not just push things away and really face everything head on and realize that that was me and that is me, but I can learn from it. And like, it also made me realize that I can't focus on what other people think of me. I can't control the way that people feel about me. I can't control how people react when I'm getting canceled. People in my life, like I can't control if they're scared for their own career, for their own thing. And I feel like I'm so happy it happened, so grateful that I got canceled. Because it really changed my life. It showed me what I care about. It showed me what matters. It showed me I don't need to be on YouTube all the time. I don't need to be stressed about what's next. I don't need to be trying to think of the next idea, the next whatever, to be happy.
Although, even before the cancellation, Shane would always take big breaks in between his docuseries period. So in reality, he hasn't been gone that long in comparison to his usual breaks from the internet. But anyways, he said that he didn't want to run away. He left because he felt like he should, and it was the right thing to do. Shane also mentioned that he has a new videographer. So this is a confirmation that him and Andrew don't work anymore and they're not friends, like people speculated a few months back. His new cameraman Chris is someone that he knows from way back in the days. They've also worked on a few short movies that Shane has posted. Shane even jokingly said that he might have deleted them because it was from that period of his content. And the rest of the video is just about his experience with ghosts and being haunted. He teased clips of him and the crew exploring haunted places in Colorado, so that is pretty much his comeback. He sort of addressed his cancellation in his time away. I feel like some have already forgotten all about him being cancelled and are just waiting for him to post content. Some are more on the fence of, oh, he didn't really address anything properly, so what do you guys think? How do you feel about this whole situation. Now, let's talk about some of the comments and the feedback. So, not sure if I'm surprised or not, but people are living for Shane's comeback. The feedback is overly positive. The first part has over 300 likes, and the ratio is pretty positive. A lot of comments stated that they're excited for him to make more content, and people have missed him a lot. Here are some of the comments. One user said, "My heart dropped when I got the notification. I would be lying if I said I wasn't craving another Shane Dawson video." Another user said, "After 1 year, finally, Shane Dawson is back." And another user said, "A lot of people said, if Shane posted another conspiracy video, I'd still watch it, even if he's cancelled. But nobody was actually expecting him to actually post one again. This should be interesting." Oh, and here's a little update. There have been a lot of YouTubers who have reacted to Shane's comeback, and Trisha Paytas also had an opinion on this. There's a clip from, I believe, one of her members only lives on YouTube where Trisha shares her thoughts on Shane coming back, people deserving multiple chances, and so on. Some people who are members give summaries of the lives to other T pages / channels. Here's Trisha's thoughts on Shane.
Everyone deserves second, third chances. He has something that is just very charming and magnetic.
Trisha said even though it's negative and she's trying not to talk about people, she'll talk about it, and that everyone makes mistakes and deserves to be forgiven and deserves second, third chances. And if people don't like him, they don't have to support him, but that he's very charming and magnetic. Then she says she wishes everyone happiness and doesn't want people to feel like the world is over and people hate him because it's a dark place, and that she thinks Shane really just wanted a break. And that she truly wishes everyone success and whatever makes them happy. Then someone asked if she missed Shane, and she said that everything happens for a reason. She misses what she thought they had, and that she's ultimately not the best friend, that she's not very supportive because she has a lot of issues and it's hard for her to be there for friends, just Moses and family.
If you'll notice, the Shane video has pretty much overwhelming support. So
Still number one on trending, too.
number one on trending, like, what the fuck? YouTube, the king of promoting some dog shit.
Oh, yeah.
With peace and love.
They really are, with peace and love.
I don't know, bro. I was never a fan, so I guess I have no emotional connection to him.
Yeah,
I had a hard time watching this video.
There are also, like, some things, obviously, that it's not my thing to accept an apology from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
The blackface and stuff.
yeah, like, so I don't know.
Also, like, the thing about the blackface is that, like, he did it so many times, bro.
Some people have commented that if Shane's comeback wasn't as well accepted, Trisha would have totally flip-flopped and she would have had a negative opinion on him, but now that she's getting dragged all the time and people are not on her side, she's trying to be positive towards Shane. Do you guys think that maybe this is what's happening? Maybe if she wasn't as hated, she would be dragging him too? Anyways, that's all we have for today, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and comment down anything you want to comment. Share your thoughts. How do you feel about Shane? Do you want him back? Do you not want him back? Make sure to subscribe. We post new videos every single week. And that's all. Bye, guys.